Friends. Friend, a person whom one knows and with whom has a bond of mutual affection. Hello there guys, my name is Bennett. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of my friends and, maybe mentioning some stories about them. Not all of them, but, some of my friends. And speaking of them, here they are, in all of their, glory. And this is Rowan. If you can't tell already by his design alone, he's the oddball out of the bunch. Now, before I talk about this man's antics, I just want to mention that he can be good and civilized, he just often chooses not to. At school, sometimes he causes problems for him and his friends around him, which often leads into him getting into trouble. Although physically, he is pretty strong and does stuff like track and field. When it comes to doing actual schoolwork, he causes a little bit of problems sometimes. One of the main things Rowan typically does is called cadets. At cadets, he's either fed food that will probably make him turn into a zombie, or he's haunted by demons while trying to camp. True story, by the way. And he does all of this just for some lousy medal. Here's a story about the mystical forehead man. One day at school, we just got a freebie day because it was almost summer, and I was just hanging out until Rowan came up to me and just stole my sandal for no reason. Now, like the absolute mad lad he is, he started taunting me with it. And I've already mentioned how much a genius he is, so he came up with a plan. A plan so idiotic and stupid, it was destined to not work. Bro, what the? Yeah, he threw it up into the air, it came back down and hit him on the forehead. And this is Logan, or as some people like to call him, the chill guy. For some reason, every day Logan comes to school, he brings a water bottle that has the most delicious water ever. But with that, it comes consequences.
You know what I want, Logan. Now give it to me.
Poor Logan. Anyways, back to the video. Now, one day for a field trip, we got to go to this nice beach. We were all hanging out, having fun, right? Logan was putting on some sunscreen because, no one likes sunburns. My friend Rowan would most certainly agree with this statement. Now here is where the story takes a change. The sun melted all of the sunscreen. The sunscreen he was using turned him completely white. He looked like a pale zombie. He went up to people and started rubbing his sunscreen all over them. And soon, everyone had sunscreen all over them, except for me. For some reason. Logan started waddling towards me, and I didn't want to get covered by that, so obviously I ran away. I ran as far as I could, and when I looked behind me, I noticed he had stopped running. I looked in front of me in horror, and I couldn't stop sliding down this sandy hill, and then it fell right into the ocean. Now, like I said at the very beginning of Logan's section, I called him a chill guy, but how do I say this? He's not. He's really not at all. Logan? Hey. Logan? See, I told ya. And here is Curtis. Now Curtis, he's a bit of a pro gamer. Now Curtis is a bit of a troublemaker. When he did show up, he got the couch band, he would throw 90-year-old candy canes at everyone, and one incident I'll talk about later. Then one fateful day, Curtis eventually just stopped showing up and disappeared for a couple months. We waited and waited for him to show up, but eventually we gave up hope, and in the end we were just kind of disappointed. I might as well tell one of his stories. Now, it was one rainy day at school, and some student happened to be bored, and his name was Curtis. I guess he just didn't want his lunch. And he had this tub of goldfish that I guess he just didn't want. He must hate goldfish. Instead of throwing it out like a normal person, he went around asking the entire classroom to donate food. You want to know what he did with this food? It's honestly quite stupid. He came up with the bright idea to put all his goldfish into one disgusting combination deemed the zombie goldfish. It was wretched. Well, it took a while, but Curtis finally showed up again, and he's back in business. Well, sorta. He's not here a lot, but close enough. Now, Curtis's new class that he got for this year, it's terrible. It's pretty chaotic, and it could have its own video. But I ain't doing that. And here is the only normal person on this list, Carter. Carter has his own YouTube channel called StoryAnimations. Me and Carter both have one big thing in common, though. We love drawing. Carter draws his hobbies, like video games and animations and stuff. And I draw that. Me and Carter have also known each other for a long time, well, since grade 3 at least, which means we have a lot of dirt on each other. When we were little, our dream was to become big YouTubers, and you want to know how we planned to do this? By making stupid plushie videos at his house. Yeah, it was pretty terrible, but it was fun, and we were just young, okay? Carter is a twin, which means he has a twin brother, and his name is Corey. Now Corey, he's a bit of a pro. He plays different sports like baseball, as shown here.
Home run!
But he's also done karate, soccer, and basketball. Let's all celebrate Corey. The only reason I ended up in Carter's class in the first place was because I transferred and I was a new student. And I just so happened to get placed next to him. When I looked over my shoulder, I noticed he was drawing, and I thought that was pretty cool. I spoke my interests, and that's how we ended up in the same class. Also, our character designs used to look pretty similar and terrible, so I'm glad we upgraded. And from there on, we just made these stupid little low-quality comics. And that's the story of how me and Carter met. I don't know how long this video has taken. Carter changed his name as I was making this video. I'm terrible. I guess it's because he thought it was too generic, but personally, I don't see it. Now, if the two twins are seeing this video, shout it to them, because they are epic! And here is Jaden. Oh god. Now, if we were to measure who's the most good and who's the most evil, Jaden's the most evil by far. Literally, I could just be relaxing one day, and then Jaden just shows up, and then mysteriously decides to just blow me up. Me and Jaden are also pretty competitive as we play soccer, and we're usually on opposite teams. And I'm obviously better. No, agree with me and I'll give you a cookie. Now, as of this year, me and Jaden finally got in separate classes, which means no more torment for me. Oh yeah. And now, Jaden has gone on to torment Carter. Also, for some reason, Jaden kind of obsesses over Logan. I guess he thinks he's a chill guy, which he's not. Now, it may seem impossible to fight back against him, but there is one way, and it has to do with a nickname. Now, if I were to say this out loud in this video, I would be found dead in a trash can. So I got Rowan, who would much rather learn Morse code than do work. So, props to him. One day we were playing Capture the Flag in the forest, which I don't know why we were in here, but you know, I guess it's a cool setting. I was looking for the flag, and someone on the opposite team happened to catch sight of me. And it was no other than Jaden. He ran towards me and rammed into me. And there was a fence there to protect anyone from falling down this hill, but of course I flew over it. And I just fell down the hill. Well, there. That's everyone. That's all. Yep. So, that's all, folks. Hey!
What about us?
Us? So, that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, it's my first one for story animation, but, yeah. See ya. Oh, hi. You're not still mad about earlier in the video, are you?
Oh, poop.